Of course, the golden rule in boating is never approach anything any faster than you're willing to hit it, but the Googans, for whatever reason, don't seem to live by that rule. They've got their own set of rules they follow, and that usually goes full throttle all the time, like our Googan's about to show you here. But welcome back, crew, to this week's episode of Googans of the Week. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this boat lift ever did to this Googan, but he decided he was going to take out his rage on it anyway. But it does appear the boat lift gets the last laugh in the end. But speaking of boaters taking their aggression out on something, not sure what the fence did to this guy. Guess they decided they didn't want that dock closed and they were going to open it themselves.
Jesus, dude. You might want to get out.
This guy probably should have stayed on the dock.
Yeah, help him out. Here, I'm coming.
How in the world this wound up like this, I have no earthly clue, but let me know in the comments how you think they got this one flipped. This one might be the widest boat ramp ever, but people could take a lesson from my dude here. If you're towing something overweight, come in at a much shallower angle. I bet this crew's wishing they came in at a different angle.
You need a piece of wood.
Yeah, 2x4. It's coming now.
Okay, now it's going.
It's coming now.
Because the master up there, he's turning it.
Now, do you think this guy's the actual boat owner, or do you believe this is the tow company that's trying to pull this thing out? Well, I shouldn't say that because they're not actually using a tow company, it doesn't look like. There's just a tractor and a tow line up here trying to pull them out.
Oh! Jesus. Of course it's lunchtime. Here's a show. What happened?
I'm holding the brake. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, broke with it. There it goes.
Oh, the trailer's still attached.
I mean, I guess this is the Googan cheap way of doing it. I'm sure that the tractor was just around and they decided they were going to use it versus trying to call a tow company that was going to charge you for a salvage, which I'm sure is pretty expensive.
Oh, look, it's a truck. Nice truck. You're doing a great job.
Are you still attached?
It looks like it is.
Well, the trailer.
Yeah.
The bottom safety strap is on.
I wonder it's so dang. Look at all the cameras.
Of course, we see the Googans be impatient all the time and try and go under bridges they're not supposed to go under or go under bridges that haven't opened yet, but it's very rare that we see the Googans pull this move where they actually hit the open bridge. I mean, at least they avoided it on the second attempt, and speaking of Googans trying to avoid things, these Googans are doing their best in the next clip, but I bet these guys wish they had called in sick this day. I won't lie, this most certainly would probably be my last day on the job. And speaking of putting that work in, this crew did an amazing job on something that could have been a major disaster. Anytime there's a fire in a marina, that fire likes to jump to other boats pretty quickly, but this crew all jumped in and wound up getting this boat out of here before things got out of hand. Looks like our guy got the call off just in the nick of time to the Coast Guard. There wasn't much longer of this thing floating. Speaking of floating, I wonder if this thing will float once they get it pulled off the rocks. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. But thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Googans of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up at Facebook or Instagram at Broncos Guru and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Salty Soul JKU, OBI Mickey, Grand Haven, Orange Resort Delta, On an Adventure, Van Zach, Pro Catch Revolve, and Ostrike Robert did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.